we've come back after a week away and everything has soaked. Water's been coming through the roof in a couple of places in the house because the heating's been off because of the boiler not being on. Pipes have burst. So that's the first job right now. Still very, very cold. We have to get these pipes fixed. And water's running down the wall. I'll show you why this has happened. Pipe is completely pushed out from the pressure of the cold water. I tell you, there's always drama. We've returned today. The water is gushing through the roof and we've managed to fix that, but now the boiler is not firing. Another problem to fix. Dead. It's not doing anything. Yay, finally. After about 30 minutes of faffing around, we got it to fire. Perseverance. We had an interesting day yesterday. The police showed up, wanting to know why we defied the travel ban. So obviously, one of our neighbors in the area phoned the police to say that people from a different town had come up to a holiday house. People in the Highlands can be very, very strange. Now, having come up here for the last 15 odd years, I already know who it is who did it. But anyway, so the police came to the door and asked me what I'm doing here and where I come from. So I explained to him we had some emergency repairs to do on the property. Now that is actually allowable under Scottish law. If you have a issue in your property, even if it's your second property, you're allowed to go up and fix it. So in our case, we've got loads of issues. We sit in a bit of a dilemma here because all our roofs are leaking. In fact, yesterday when we came, we had water gushing through the kitchen ceiling and in the hallway. The problem is we can't source any of the materials we need to fix the inside of this property locally. Due to COVID and due to Brexit and due to all the house building that's going on in the country, there's a shortage of wood and supplies in many parts of the country. So we are forced to travel all the way to Edinburgh to get the things we need. Now, I don't enjoy driving up and down every weekend. I mean, it's a 7, sometimes 8 hour round trip. Now the funny thing is the police had to come all the way from Fort William. Now I know it took them at least an hour and 10 minutes to get here from Fort William. And because it was so late at night, they would have missed the ferry, so it would have been at least an hour and a half trip back. So the police wasted 2.5 hours trying to enforce some stupid law that we can't travel. Now when we come up from Edinburgh, we mind our own business and we come straight to the property and we do our thing. We don't mix with the local community during COVID. We don't go to shops. We don't do anything. So the policeman had to go away. At this point, there's not a lot they can do. Their parting words was, hurry up and get this job done and go back home. Well, technically, this is my home. This is my main residence. But because of a shortage of supply of stuff that we need, we are having to travel up and down to get this project done. This project is actually going to take us up to 3 years. But all the emergency stuff is going to take us at least 3 months. It's unfortunate that this lockdown has happened now, but there's nothing I can do about it. And I'm not prepared to allow the water to continue through my roof and damage all my furniture, and not just that, actually damage the structure of the building. If you have a second home and you need urgent repairs, under Scottish law currently, now this might change, you're allowed to go fix it. It's going to be interesting to see if we get another visit from the police next week. So the heating seems to be working. At least we're not -5 inside the house anymore. It's now just 5. And this is why we came up again as well. We've got to get these holes fixed in the roof. As you can see, there's some major holes in the roof and it's just pouring in. Now it's actually more visible when you're inside the house. As I've said before, this puts us in a bit of a precarious situation. We've already been away from the property for up to a month at a time, and the damage is just getting worse and worse. And the government can't give us a clear picture of when this lockdown is going to stop. So I got to balance up. Do I let the property further deteriorate, or do I come up and fix it? Now, because I'm having to bring up wood in bits and pieces, we can't bring up a lot at a time, and this is why we have to travel up and down. Now, for those of you who are saying, well, just fix the leaks where they are happening. So unfortunately, this winter's proven exceptionally wet and very, very cold. And a lot of water, more water than we expected, has been coming through the property. To make things worse, our corner leading blew off last night. And we don't have any of this stuff. So we're going to have to go back to Edinburgh and get some more of this. This is stuff that sits up on the corners. So this is one of the worst parts of the roof. I'm going to have to try and get that done in 2 days. Pull all these slates off, put new sarking board up, and get the slates back up again. You can see what we're up against. So for anybody that wants to report us to the police, big holes in the roof everywhere, and I need to get it done. And you can see I've also shredded my hands from taking these tiles off the roof, and also managed to smack my teeth with the tile, and my lips are feeling all rubbery. You gotta watch when you do this job.